I'm back with another cool deck for all the Pool 2 players of the world out there. That means by the time you hit collection level 474, you're going to have every card for this deck. And this one's all about using on-reveal synergies to control and disrupt your opponent's plays. For instance, the Pool 2 card here, Scorpion, will afflict cards in your opponent's hand with -1 power. This is a really nice debuff. If you hit 4 or 5 cards in your opponent's hand, that can effectively make Scorpion something like a 2/6 or a 2/7 in a total net power difference, which can obviously be nice. So we've also got a card like Iceman here, which can be really disruptive for your opponent's plays. He is a 1/2 that on reveal will give a random card in your opponent's hand +1 cost. So that can throw off some of their early curve, maybe delay that Bishop or that Angela a little bit, just make things a little bit more clunky in their hands, or can really disrupt some of their late game plays. So if they want to go White Tiger into Odin, White Tiger costs 6. That's not going to work. That's just a play that you steal from them. Now, sometimes Iceman won't give you a ton of visibility into just how much of an impact he had because the opponent might not ever play the card, but on occasion you might see an instant retreat after playing Iceman, or realize, man, my opponent just had some really awkward turns or lines. That might be Iceman's doing. So this definitely adds up to a big impact over time, and this is a card you still see played a lot in later pool decks as well for 1-drops. Another Pool 2 addition to this deck is Storm, and this one's really fun. On reveal, she will flood this location, and that means the next turn is the last turn cards can be played here. You've probably seen this before with flooding, and then it becomes flooded and cards can't be played here. So with this deck in particular, this is another way to kind of control or manipulate the board in 2 ways. Number one, you can change out locations that aren't favorable for you. If there's some awesome ongoing there with Onslaught's Citadel and your opponent has ongoing cards, you don't have any in this deck that matter, so drop a Storm, reduce their ability to get that ongoing buff. Alternatively here, you can make some surprise lines sometimes and try to steal a location by playing Storm on turn 3, and then following up with something like Jessica Jones on turn 4. Often this can be such a significant power dump that your opponent won't be able to recover if they don't commit super hard to that location, and often they won't be able to commit enough if you play Storm on an empty location in particular. And of course, Jessica's a really nice fit for that because you can't play cards there next turn anyway, so Jessica Jones's on reveal effect will go off rather easily. And then the final Pool 2 piece of the puzzle here is Killmonger, and this card's pretty crazy, particularly if you're seeing a lot of Khazar Zoo decks out there that often run something like 5 or 6 1-mana cards, especially if you're revealing second into a final turn where your opponent might be dumping a bunch of 1-cost stuff. Then Killmonger can come down and wipe out basically 70% of their board or something and just remove a ridiculous amount of power for some absolutely crazy swings. We've also got cards like Sunspot that show up a lot in Marvel Snap, and Killmonger can be a great way to kill one of those like 8 or 10 power Sunspots that's just been stacking up over the course of the game. If your opponent isn't expecting that, that can obviously provide a big swing and the potential to take some big cubes off of them as well. So clearly a super high output card here. Do keep in mind this deck is running a couple of 1-cost cards. They aren't huge sacrifices in this case because they're really more about their disruption potential than the bodies and stats, but also think about plays like playing an Angela, following up with 1-drops, clearing them so that you can play additional things on top of your Angela as well. Speaking of Angela, great building block here to help establish a lane and build some power. You've also got high power output cards like White Tiger, pretty classic here for an on-reveal deck. Spider-Woman as well at the 5-cost spot for another on-reveal swing card. Clearly both of these can have a big impact. Odin for follow-ups, clearly doubling your White Tiger. Spider-Woman, you've probably seen all this stuff in Pool 1. Nice little transition here into a Pool 2 deck, still utilizing a lot of these familiar strategies and can still pump out tons of stats. And then Chavez here to stay out of the way throughout the mid game, of course, not drawing into this 6-drop, hitting your other draws more consistently. But sometimes you're going to find out that Chavez is still the best play on turn 6. Sometimes Odin is not always the best. If you just need to put as many stats as possible in a spot, that 1-point difference can make a difference. And of course, sometimes you just don't have Odin, so having Chavez there as a backup is just a big stat dump, can still be really important. Couple final cards here. You have Korg as another disruptive 1-drop. Putting that rock in there can really kill or draw. Again, a card that's sometimes hard to know just how much impact that it had, but can still make a difference over time. And finally, Enchantress here is a great ongoing counter. If you fought off against any Onslaughts or Ironmans or Patriots, if you happen to be getting into pool 3, then of course you know how important Enchantress can be as an instant swing and big cube gain card as well when your opponent's not expecting you to have the ultimate perfect counter to their ongoing deck. So all in all, I think you can expect to win a lot of games with this deck. I hope it's a pretty natural transition from pool 1 to pool 2 with some of these on reveal strategies you're probably accustomed to. And in this video, you're going to see me piloting this deck in infinite ranks against people with full pool 3 collections, because that's what I have, and you're still going to see it finding some success and winning games. So hopefully it works even better for you if you're in those pool 2 parts of the collection or even moving into pool 3. I hope this one holds up well for you as well. All right, Korg early. We could hold the Korg for post Killmonger if we'd like to. We don't really know that Killmonger is going to have value though. Turn 3, we've got Angela maybe. I'm going to hold. If nothing else, using this as an Angela buff is nice. Some decks, you know, you really want to hold. You really want to hold your 1-drops because you might have like Angela or Bishop plays you're looking to work toward. This deck, I think that's a little less relevant because specifically you have a lot of 5 and 6 energy plays to fill. So ultimately you kind of end up running out of mana anyway. It's not like you've got a Sarah or something to discount a lot. So I think you're a little bit more free to tempo out in this deck. With that Hood, we definitely want to hold our Killmonger till later, which also means we kind of want to hold our Iceman Korg till later if we can. I think a tempo Enchantress here is probably just fine. I don't anticipate a lot of ongoing effects with the Hood. So we'll just play this for a body. We're gonna get some nice mana freed up off these Grand Centrals, hopefully. I'm revealing first. This still doesn't feel like time for the still doesn't feel like time for the 1-drops. I mean, Killmonger is, if he comes down, potentially could snipe their Hood, but they're just not playing it yet, so I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that's a good lockdown there, yeah. Tiger takes left. That's a big lane now for us. So now it's really going to be about putting stats right, eh? I mean, they're revealing first, so if we're expecting that demon to come down, Killmonger is actually worth a 9-point swing, which is as much or more than Chavez, right? I'm wondering if something like this doesn't make more sense. The problem is if we commit to this mojo, we might be in trouble. Right? I mean, I could put 2 here, but it feels like a little overkill because we're already up 15. What's their most likely play? Like a Dr. Doom or something? Are they really going to fill 3 spots here without a Sarah? I don't see it. I think this is fine. I don't think they're going to fill 3 slots here. And I think I need more power here. I don't think they fill here. Yeah, they don't. Okay. It's Onslaught and Demon, I guess? Yeah, this is fine, but... Oh, actually, we just tie, which that's okay too, but man, that's closer than I wanted. I didn't really plan for the tie. Would Chavez have won this lane though? We would have gone to 10, and no, they would have had 14. No, so this was the play. Weird game, man. Weird game. I don't know. That game went weird. I don't know. Their hand was just clunky stuff, I feel like. Good win though, honestly. The bots know, man. They can see your plays. Oh, Mr. Metal's a real person. This is a fellow streamer. Let's see if we can bait an early snap. I'm playing a bad deck, so... Well, not bad, but good deck, but old, you know, low collection deck, I guess, let's say. Gonna be tough to win, I bet. Oh, Killmonger's nice there. Okay, that's a good start. We don't mind an early Jessica Jones, sure. Oh, nice. Nice. Let's go. Oh, he wants me to snap. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. Dang it, dude. I should have played it out. It'd be more fun. We take those. Free streamer wins. Yeah, the bots cheat sometimes, especially the higher collection level bots. Whoa, whoa, don't freak out. Star. Shang-Chi. Alright, I am sort of screwed by this right now because I can't play anything. But we can White Tiger it. We can maybe Killmonger that Sunspot, right? There's certainly still some angles for us to pull this off. Oh, wait. Oh, hold up. There's no way I commit the Angela there. No. Never. Never. Because I can't scale it at all. Okay, so we've pretty much lost left. Even now, a White Tiger plus Killmonger. I mean, it does still win technically, so we'll have to see how it goes. Number one, do we find a White Tiger? You know, there's a few thoughts there. Bar Sinister we're really not well equipped for. Now, a White Tiger would absolutely dominate left in this case, but it would lose Bar Sinister. Am I ever better off just building out the giant Jessica Jones here? If I do, I can play a top deck Tiger mid and then an Odin mid and push 14 to the left, which actually currently doesn't win the game. Because you assume the Sunspot will get bigger. It doesn't always get bigger because they may fill their mana, right? They may fill their mana, but anyway, I think it's okay. This plays around any disruption, number one. We don't have a lot of things to do anyway or play anyway, so I think this gives us the best outs. Oh, we actually did hit this. Okay, interesting. We're going to 16 here. I mean, it's not impossible, right? It's not impossible. They have to win mid and right as well. So it's, I mean, right I think will be pretty trivial for them to win, honestly. They did lose their Shang-Chi though, which would be nice here maybe. So I guess we'll see. Do like a Hobgoblin here? Oh, Gamora. Okay. So I think the play for them here is like they can't just pass because they lose mid if they pass, right? So they have to play mid, and I'm going to add 7 here. We're going to 16. Can they win right and mid with only 3 energy? They need 3 to go to 16. So you know, I went 16 here, so they need at least 3 energy. There's no way you win right or mid with 3 energy, right? So I think we're safe here. I feel like this is actually a pretty good chance to... Oh, yeah, okay. They see it too. Victory. I was going to snap. Yeah, see you in hell, Bar Sinister. Yeah, we're done with the Bar Sinister featured now, yeah. Done with that. How do I feel about Collector? He's a little weaker now. He used to give +2 and he was insane. He was in so many decks. Collector, Moon Girl, and Devil Dinosaur all used to be dramatically better than they are now, and they were very powerful together. I mean, just everywhere, honestly. But they all got nerfed. So now they're worse. This was like a pretty good opportunity to win right, because you know they're not playing anything here, so we're gonna net a 2 power advantage immediately, and then hopefully we can get like an Enchantress is enough to take it. I mean, that's not a given by any means, but a Jessica Jones would help. Korg Iceman actually give me the same upside as Enchantress, minus mana flexibility, but I don't think mana flexibility is gonna matter much when we're looking at a 5/6 anyway. Okay, I mean, we lost the on reveals, but more importantly, we're winning the stats here, I think. Just can't play Killmonger, I suppose. So, I mean, this appears to be a Destroyer deck. I can't quite get enough stats for Destroyer. I mean, I guess Odin Spider-Woman, if they reveal first, does set up the Destroyer. I mean, we know they're playing it. We know they're playing it here. It's gonna go to 17 because of this. So I'm revealing first, unfortunately, though. So I don't beat it. I don't beat it. Well, actually, I don't beat it anyway because we only go to 15, and they would be going back to 16 after the Spider-Woman. So assuming they have Destroyer, we always lose. This is not enough either. This is only 16, and it goes to 17 after the Nova. So there's no way to win. No way to win. I'm going to show you guys that we're going to lose, but just we're going to lose. So enjoy. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Again, you should always retreat. Obviously, we knew we were going to lose, but good to show you guys because I don't care about my cubes at all. Yeah, Collector still has some bounce bros decks, people call them. Like, there's like Beast and Falcon stuff, and I don't think I see him with Morbius Swarm stuff anymore, but that used to be another way when he was pre-nerf. There was some crazy Mobius Collector Swarm decks that were awesome. With Killmonger in hand, we might want to hold on to these a minute. So not a terrible card, but just not as good as he used to be. He used to be completely insane. Like, just so bonkers great Collector was. Okay. Patience paying off here, perhaps. Killmonger this turn, I think, is okay. Storm for 6 is not okay. I don't think we need to get greedy on the Killmonger. Killing the Iceman is reasonable enough and certainly opens up my follow-up plays too, which is really good. We could actually even Odin the Killmonger as well if we think that makes sense. Oh wow, even more ones in there. Okay, cool. Oh, never mind, they're all back. Scratch that. I just got this Pixel Carnage yesterday. I thought it looked pretty cool. We can actually Odin anything we want here by moving some of these out on turn 6. Oh, but I really do want to get a White Tiger lane too, though. Can't White Tiger here and then Odin, like, additionally a Killmonger. I don't think we'll really need to, though, right? Because they already cleared all the other stuff. Oh, I can't play White Tiger anyway because Dream Dimension's gonna mess me up. So we're gonna have to find an alternative. This won't matter, right? Oh no, it could. On turn 5 it could. Yeah, it could matter. It's worth it for sure. They're already kind of mana checked, so. Enchantress would be a really good top deck now. Oh my god, please Enchantress me. Please. Oh, I just realized New York is moving. I got really lucky that New York didn't move left. Oh, I would have been screwed, actually. I would have been so screwed if it moved left. I don't know what we're playing against here. Carnage Wong and Baron Mordo. I don't know what their end game is. Normally I have a pretty good idea of what we're playing against, but I have no idea. I honestly have zero idea what we're doing. It's pretty much my standard state in card games, I guess. Table? Like a mill? A mill deck? What did they get? They got Enchantress and they got what did they get? I don't even know. I mean, what is my goal here? I don't really have a goal. I mean, none of this does anything. We know they're not playing Magic. And I always lose here unless they move out, but I don't know. Let's just see. I'm just curious more than anything. I don't really feel good about this, obviously, but I'm just curious. What's going to happen here? I don't know if I'll win right because I don't know what they're playing there. What do they have? They have Enchantress and what do they get? What else did they get for me? Maybe a Spider-Woman? Oh, Spider-Woman mid, maybe? Is that big enough? That doesn't feel like it's going to be big enough. White Tiger or something, maybe? Oh, I forgot about the Killmonger killing my guy, but that lane didn't matter, so that's fine. Accidentally good play there. Spider-Woman left. Oh. Oh, that's totally fine. Yeah, okay, cool. Spider-Woman mid still would have been enough. They would have gone 15 to 18, so we would have been fine. Yeah, that's like a mill deck. That's pretty cool. Making me draw cards and then stealing from my deck Cable and Mantis and well, Mordo makes me draw. I bet they had like a Maximus in there as well. That's really cool. Okay, good turn 3-4 with Storm Jessica Jones here. Bifrost, we might also be able to create some surprises there. Looks like that might be a bot name. Not sure. Not sure. What happens when you overdraw? You can't. You just go to 7 cards in hand and then nothing happens, basically. You just don't draw it. It doesn't like burn or, you know, there's no like fatigue damage in this game either. So basically nothing is the answer. Honestly, maybe we just try to stack stuff right. I don't know. I don't really want to go toe to toe with that Sunspot right now, and they just added even more stats. I want to go even less. Thank you, Cloak. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Cloak. I guess I could also just use Killmonger here, maybe. Oh, but that's gonna move to the right. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I mean, I think they're gonna have a hard time beating Jessica Jones there, right? So I think the question is, what are we? I'm gonna move Storm there accidentally. Well, no, I can play the Jessica Jones actually, so I don't risk moving Storm there because it's after turn 4. So we play Jessica on 4. Storm goes here. That does mean I'm kind of screwing my own Storm location though a little bit, right? Maybe Storm's not the play right now. Maybe it is just Killmonger. I think it is, yeah. I think it has to be. We're losing our Korg, but we're killing their Sunspot, so I think we have to say that's a fine exchange. Because if I play the Storm and then put the Jessica Jones somewhere else, obviously that screws us a little bit, right? So it's gonna be tough for us to beat a Captain America cloak lane. We just we get Enchantress to Captain America, so like maybe if they add small stuff there and they think it's good enough, that might be a way to beat a Captain America lane. But I think that's gonna be tough. Oh, they storm this lane. Okay.
Aid my hand.
I really don't commit Enchantress then at all there. I know that. So we really are just pushing into mid. I think Spider-Woman and then an Odin Spider-Woman is the way to go. I suspect though we're probably going to be revealing first next turn, depending on how big this gets and if they commit anything here. So theoretically this could just be weaker than doing something like Angela Storm. That's 5 power. This adds another 2. Actually, no, it's about the same. This is fine. We'll try it. They play nothing? Yeah, so we are revealing first as feared, but my god, how can they possibly, since we're revealing first, Spider-Woman or Chavez is always better than Odin. It's just more total power. I'm very curious how they're planning to win both of these though. There's no death play. I feel like we're very far ahead. I actually think we snap right. I think it's a bot maybe, so I don't know, but I mean, I guess they could maybe win right. It's not that insane to win right. I don't know. Actually, the snapping here is probably wrong because they don't need to win both. They just need to win right. No. Delete that snap. Undo the snap. Oh, they don't play right at all, though. Okay. This is absolutely a bot. And we win by 1 somehow. Okay, don't snap there, guys. That was a mistake because they don't like a single Magneto or a, you know, any good tin drop. Chavez would have won right. I don't know why I was so confident there. That was a faulty snap. Ignore that snap. I think it's because I have to pee. If you do Sunspot stuff, should you run armor to counter Killmonger? I don't know about should, but I think I've seen it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that'll fit naturally in a deck like a destroyer deck anyway, but. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I feel like there used to be a deck that did that more commonly. I can't replace what it was. I think a tempo Killmonger on 3 here should be fine since we got the Korg in hand. You know, Korg earlier is better than later, of course, because White Tiger can snipe that if we set it up. Korg earlier is better than later because you give your opponent more chances to draw a rock. Right, they have a higher likelihood because they have more draws over the course of the game. Is that true? I guess, yeah, it's like a stacking percent. I said that without really thinking about it, but I think that's true. But in this case, should be okay. Do we just try to take a 50-50 White Tiger? Just go Jones here. I mean, we could try to put the Jones here to set up for a White Tiger to win left. I guess that's fine. This gives us the Odin play mid as well later, which is okay. It's going to be hard to win left potentially, but looks like a destroyer deck for sure. So destroyer's going to come down. Well, they need an armor this turn, right? We need Tiger to go right, maybe? Please? Oh, they go for the Professor. Oh, it's going right. Okay, nice. Now all we need to do is win mid. I guess Destroyer's coming down mid, and Wolverine will either move mid or left. Oh, we missed the Odin draw, of course, though. This Chavez, dude. I don't know how I feel about it. So Wolverine goes right. We can't lose. If Destroyer goes here... Or no, we can't lose right anyway. We can still lose. Yeah, Destroyer here, I'm only adding 6. We're only going to 15. It's not enough. Oh, here, though. This is enough. Why am I trying to play Enchantress? There's no reason. So this is 18, 20. If they play Destroyer, they only get 19 here. We always win, right? We always win? 20? It's 19 with Destroyer. If Wolverine goes there, Wolverine goes there. We always win, right? Am I forgetting anything? I think we're good, right? Is there anything I'm not thinking about here? 19 is not enough, so... Yeah. Either way. Wherever Wolverine goes, we're totally fine. Enough said, bub. That's fine. Nice. Good win. Good win. Just outmathed it, man. The Professor X actually might have saved me. If the Tiger Spirit had gone left, I don't know that we could have won there. The Professor X is what put them from 14, but there was like Wolverine risks, you know? Quite a few things there that could have backfired, so... Pretty nice. Yes, you can drop in ranks with a 70% win rate, and you can climb in ranks with a 30% win rate. That's exactly right. And in fact, I think a lot of people are going to do exactly that. I think a lot of people are going to win a lot of games and never hit infinite. I think people don't snap soon enough, which I'm actually probably also a victim of on stream because I'm not really trying to climb right now, but also because I'm trying different decks. I think what you should really do is, I think you should play a deck, you know, whatever deck you're playing. I think you should try to learn said deck really well for like, you know, 20 games, 10, 20, 30 games, whatever it is, right? And then you should start to develop a snapping strategy around your sort of power draws or good hands. You know, you will find moments where you realize like, oh, this is the kind of hand where I always win games, right? I drew my Patriot. I drew my, it used to be like Mr. Negative. As soon as you saw Mr. Negative, you snap early. As soon as you see Patriot, you snap. You know, if you have your Destroyer in hand, maybe you snap, right? If you've got a good Hella Invisible Woman set up, you snap on turn 2. Because you basically want to start taking those little chump cubes off people as soon as you can. Spider-Woman Odin's pretty solid here, maybe. I don't know, though. It might be better here. I'm just thinking this lane could get destroyed by a Destroyer. Play an Armor here, Destroyer here. Are we going to have the same problem we had before where I can't beat a Destroyer? They go Armor here. Could be a death deck too, actually. 0 makes me think Destroyer for sure, though. How do I win this, right? Like, this puts me at 7 to 9. If they go Armor, they could just also play Destroyer here. I could go White Tiger, though, maybe to win here in the world of a Destroyer here. 7 to 9. This is another... If they go Armor here, this is another 11-point swing. All right, I don't know, man. This is tough. Is that Armor? Oh, it's Mystique. What? I just gave them more negative stats for me, though, so that's probably a good thing. So, okay. I don't know about this. I don't know what's happening here. So anyway, when you're snapping early, right, you're basically, your idea is like, I'm very likely to win this game. I just want one bonus cube when I take the win, right? Because sometimes snapping late, it's more likely your opponent will retreat. It's, you know, you're not as likely to play for those 4 or 8 cube games always if you snap late. So sometimes when you snap early, because you're recognizing, hey, if you have a 60% chance to win and you snap basically whatever the extra cube total is, so it's 4 instead of 2 at the end of the game, right? So that's 2 cubes. A 60% chance to win is effectively equivalent to an extra 1.2 cubes on average if you snap when you have a 60% win rate. Now, you're not going to know that exactly, obviously, but that's where you start to get the intuition, the feel. You know, these sorts of matches I usually win. I got a 70% win rate. I'm going to snap. That's worth 1.4 cubes on average. You know, even if I lose, yeah, I'm effectively on average only losing 0.6 cubes because I'm doubling that 30%, 0.3, 0.6 versus 1.4. So, you know, those start to stack up and then you start to climb a lot. All right. Pretty high curve hand. Might be hard to squeeze this in around an Angela. I think we play it early. If the hand was lower curve and I was more confident we'd have mana later to spare, you know, I think we hold. But we'll top deck Angela, yeah, of course, always. That's basically guaranteed. As soon as you guarantee, as soon as you commit the 1-drop, because your hand is clunky, you always top deck the Angela. It's always true. Always, always, always. Oh, spicy. Okay. Yeah, they might not be able to compete with 2 Hulks here, so that's nice. That's pretty good. Transform all them babies into Hulk. Yeah, guys, I wouldn't worry about running out of characters for Marvel stuff. I think there could maybe be an argument of running out of good characters or like known characters, because you know they definitely front loaded the like powerful characters stuff to, you know what, I have a complete curve. I might just commit mid. We're pretty far ahead, right? In other words, I don't care about rocks because my curve is finished anyway. Could save this to like maybe beat something like an Iron Man. Daredevil's gonna make my life a little awkward because they may want to do something like a Hobgoblin or a wow, they just played that rock only? Really? Interesting. No, I think I stick here. If they Hobgoblin anything, we can just Odin it back if we need to. They may go ahead and Professor X left, but then I don't know how they win the other 2 lanes if they do. I think this effect looks so cool, by the way. You can see the card kind of transparent there with the Daredevil effect. You guys don't know Daredevil. They get to see my plays and then decide what to do. But anyway, you know, I don't think they'll run out of characters. There's just endless, comic books just have endless side characters and little stuff. But will they be exciting characters that people care about? I think that is a little more risk. That's a Shang-Chi, I'm screwed. Jubilee. Armor actually saves the day. I think they might have been digging for a Shang-Chi. Like trying to hit it off the Jubilee to pull out of the deck. Like they might have been missing it. And they pulled the armor, which means they're out with the Shang-Chi is gone. Which means they can't win anymore. That's pretty amusing. That's fun.